Welcome back again to Arinka's Kitchen. I have another family favorite recipe that I'd like to share with you, and it is called Hungarian dill sauce, KAPOR MÁRTÁS. So what you will need for this recipe is half a tablespoon of butter, half a teaspoon of margarine, 3 tablespoons of pre-sifted flour, a half a cup to a cup of milk, 1 to 2 teaspoons of dill, and today I'm going to be using 2 teaspoons of dill. If you are using freshly chopped dill, you probably want to use about the same amount, about 2 teaspoons, 1 to 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of MSG-free Vegeta or vegetable base. Now Vegeta you can buy at your local deli. Some delis don't have the MSG-free Vegeta, but most places in your local area would probably have the MSG-free Vegeta. There's also other alternatives, vegetable-based alternatives that you can use. So what I've got here on the stove is a frying pan, large frying pan, and I've already started preheating it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my half a tablespoon of butter and margarine. I've started it. Warm up your pan, medium heat. I've sort of brought the heat down really low now. And what you want to do is you want to brown the flour. Once you melt your butter in your margarine, half and half butter, half margarine tablespoon. And now I'm going to add the flour. And this is 3 tablespoons of flour. And what you want to do is you want to brown your flour. Now this was a recipe that my grandmother prepared for her family. Quite often. It was very filling. Sometimes she wouldn't serve meat with it. She'd serve some other vegetables with it on the side. But it's great with fish. So this is kind of like a roux that I'm making right now. So you want to brown it down a bit. It's already starting to turn a bit light brown. Smells good already. I used to love this smell as a child. My mother would make this roux for a lot of her other recipes. Many of my other recipes call for sort of like a roux base for the vegetable dishes that I have. I am going to be making a dill roux vegetable dish out of this one. Sometime in the near future. I'm going to add some sour cream to it, but this one is great without sour cream. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the milk, and I'm going to bring the temperature up. Make sure that probably medium to high level, and I'm going to keep stirring this. I'm going to make sure that you don't want to burn anything, so you have to continually be at the stove, and you have to continually stir it until your flour sort of melts in with the butter, or combines with the butter. Now you can see it's sort of starting to get really smooth. I'm going to bring down your heat on your trying not to burn it. So So that's a cup of milk, and you can add more if it gets very thick. Now this is a small amount. If you want to prepare it for more people, you can triple the recipe, you can double the recipe. This is just for my husband and myself, so this is kind of like a side dish. Okay, now I'm going to start adding my dill. I've got 2 teaspoons of dill in there, and I've got my Vegeta for flavor. Some people like to use garlic. You want to add some garlic to it, but that's more for the vegetable dish, the one that I'm going to be mentioning to do as a vegetable dish. You can use garlic with this one. So this is kind of like what the roux looks like. I used a large pan. Use a smaller frying pan than this, but now it's a bit thick, so I'm going to add a little bit more. Then we'll go to the fridge and add some more milk, probably about a 1/4 cup. Might be a bit too thick. Some people like it thick. It's going to add a little bit more, about a 1/4 cup more. You don't want it to get too runny. And then you just continue to cook it until it comes to a bit of a boil. It's going to be the right consistency. About a 1/4 cup, so it's not too runny. And what you would do is you would serve it with, like if you're going to do fish, like salmon. I do steamed salmon with potatoes, the small mini potatoes. You can add this on the side. It's great on the side. Or hamburgers. I have a hamburger recipe that you can use this with. So this is probably the right consistency. So you might not add another, about a 1/4 cup. And continually, I'm going to bring the heat up just a little bit. So between low and medium. Initially, you want to bring your pan to, before you put the butter and your margarine in there, bring it up a little bit higher and then bring it down. It's a matter of adjusting the heat so you're not burning the flour or the milk. So this is a great consistency right now. This is what I like. And if you want to prepare more, just double the recipe. Bring the camera in a little bit more so you can see what's happening on the stove. Okay, it smells great with the dill. Now, if you were using fresh dill, you would chop up the dill fine. You can find some in your grocery store. Chop it up and saute it with your butter and your margarine, and then add your other ingredients. It's even better. I'm just using dried dill today. Oh, that smells wonderful. It's like comfort food, especially on a cold, cold day. Like we're having some very cold temperature here where I live. In Calgary, the minus 15 or 16 range with wind chills. You know, the wind chills get very high, so this is a perfect day to cook stuff like this, especially the vegetable dishes. Or if you live in a region where it's a rainy day, it's winter and it's rainy, those vegetable dishes on my site, like the spinach vegetable and the carrot vegetables, are amazing to serve on a cold and chilly day. So I will be back and I will show you what this great recipe looks like with a meat dish that I've prepared for supper for tonight for my husband and myself. Welcome back again to Arinka's Kitchen. As I was showing you in my video, the recipe for dill sauce, KAPOR MÁRTÁS. It's a great side dish with any meat dish that you would like to prepare it with, or you can use some of my recipes from my website, irinkaskitchen.com. So I'd like to show you what this great recipe looks like. And as you can see, I've prepared a beef recipe, and I've got some rice, and this would be the KAPOR MÁRTÁS. It's kind of a thick sort of a sauce, and it goes great with meat. You could just do triple that amount and then just have meat and the KAPOR MÁRTÁS. You can have it with potatoes and meat and KAPOR MÁRTÁS, dill sauce, or you can have it all on its own. We used to eat it in a bowl, all on its own. My mom would make that. It's a great comfort food for a cold, snowy day or rainy day. So this is what we're going to be having for supper tonight, is with the beef recipe. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. And it's one of my mom's and grandma's favorite recipes. I hope that you come and view my recipes continuing on in this new year. And I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year, 2017. And this would be my 102nd video. My aunt sent me a whole bunch more recipes from Hungary. She found some recipes written on pieces of paper that my grandmother had stored in a drawer, so she pulled them out and she wrote them down in a notebook, and she sent them out to me. I've got about 30 more recipes that I'd like to share with you. I'm in the process of course, translating a lot of the recipes from Hungarian to English, but I hope to be sharing those in the new year with you. Until next time, bon appetit, jó étvágyat. If you need to contact me, you can contact me at my email, irene@irinkaskitchen.com, or my website, irinkaskitchen.com.